tell you, some days are 4:42 in the evening. It is February 7th, 2023. Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. Log, diary, everything else happening at the same damn time. Everything is going screwed up. Videos that I've already got out there, but I haven't really got a public viewing just yet. And I'm still tearing myself apart over it a little bit. Telling a friend that I can't come out and play with him because right now I'm emotionally and mentally screwed up right now to a point where I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. It still hurts like a son of a bitch. I'm dealing with the people who are still dealing with grieving because they're dealing with loss in their own ways, and it still hurts. I used to treat death as cavalier as possible, especially when you're trying to get rid of the pain and grieving in one way and you think you're handling it by playing video games or something like that. And I can't personally take it cavalier like. I'm not in a position to do just that. I've got video games that treats death in a very cavalier attitude. I could put on in both games one near God mode, but it doesn't work very well. Of course, I can send flotilla of ships to get it. If I have enough massive manpower, I can try winning a match or two. Takes me a hell of a long while, but I will get there. Another game I've got a game where a mode where I can put myself into absolute God mode with absolute weaponry and go insane over the damn thing. I got so sick and tired of the damn thing, I put the game away. Still dealing with the game with the ships though. But the second game I was talking about was just Star Star Wars Battlefront 2, the EA game, and they had a cheat in there, so I melted. I had it, and basically, I'm playing the game. But when I'm playing the game, you know, I can't die. Everybody else dies, and I wipe out everybody else. And in Star Trek Armada 2, going to the coding of it, this game's about 20, nearly 30 years old. I go into the coding of it and change it around a little bit. Easy enough when you have a WordPad. And you can get well, you can win most of the battles, but not all of them. But learn how to do that hard way. And in that game, and also the earlier version, the first Armada, I could play the game in instant battles. At least I know I'm going to get my ass kicked in that one. But I learned techniques on how to survive it. And the problem is being that way. Sorry. Some things I'm changing right now on the television. Waiting for the president to come out for his speech, his speech. So, I treat Death Cavalier when I do the cheat codes. I'm immortal. I can shield myself. I can protect myself, no problem, and I can do everything else. And after a while, it gets to me. Even though it's changing values of the zeros and ones in the game, and life is still reality check. Still losing life. It's losing life. I can't go into fantasy role playing games and pretend I'm alright in this damn thing because my own values have changed throughout the years. I mean, I was cavalier about it a long time ago because it felt like that. It was. I didn't care. I mean, I could make up fantasy characters. They live, they die, no problem at all. But you take the moleskin off the damn skin of yourself, of your own soul, after losing so many people left and right. After so many people have died. And the people that made a difference in your life. There doesn't seem to be a damn thing I could do to get rid of the damn pain. There's no chemicals on Earth or techniques to limit that level of pain. Someone was trying to post a message over here. It kind of pissed me off a little bit. And it pissed me off because I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at myself because I'm having a hard time trying to deal with this. Because I used to be cavalier about it. You can't be cavalier and you can't be just accepting it and moving on. Acknowledging is one thing. I already acknowledged my family's already gone. They're dead. They're gone. They're ashes. My dogs, dead, gone, ashes. They rest in peace. And here, well, I just wanted to show you this. I've been posting it for a hell of a long while. All right? This is what matters the most to me right now. Can you see them? My brother's in the background in a gray case. There's a special thing over here. I don't know what the hell it is. But they're urns of different sorts and sizes in this place. Back here, the tall one with the dove on it. That's Ma. That's a solid acknowledgement and hard as hell to accept. That's what hurts. That's what gets to me. Acknowledging that they are dead and I'm still alive. It's no wonder a lot of people keep asking themselves, why are they still here? Why are they still alive? What the hell's going on? And you know what? There is no answer for it. There's no acceptable answer for it. I understand that sometimes the psychologists would call it survivor's guilt. You're the one surviving. You're the one living, or existing at this point. You're the one trying to understand why you're here and why they are gone. I don't know. I don't know why I'm living so long at this point over here. All I know is that there was a family curse going on and all the Cameron males are going to die at 60. I found the pattern to be almost pretty much accurate. Still scares the hell out of me. I've been through death before and it still scares the hell out of me. 4 years old, open heart surgery. I'm going to get gross, okay? Well, maybe not. But there's a small scar right here. It's gotten smaller and smaller because my mass has gotten larger and larger. So it just kind of shrinks. To me, I thought it was like large as hell. When I was a lot younger, it was large as hell and it'd be prominent. I got larger and older, and the scar got smaller and smaller, but it's still there. It's still a reminder of what I went through. It scared the hell out of me. It scared me about life and scared me about death and everything else in between. It should have given me some kind of peace of mind or something like that, but God was trying to save my ass. God was trying to save my ass to keep me with my family. I lost Ma in 2013. I lost David in 2018. I lost a surrogate mother also in 2014. I lost a favorite pet in 2015. Or 16, actually. 1 or 2 years before my brother passed away. It never got any easier. Prior to that, I acknowledged that we lost people. I acknowledged that I lost aunts, uncles, friends, nieces, nephews, more pets. I think the pets had me more disturbed and more sorrowful than the adults were. Except when I lost my last one. I couldn't take it because I saw him suffer, and I couldn't deal with him. I couldn't take care of him. I didn't have the money to put him under. Except when we tried and still had to pay the bills. Yeah, stroke. How are you supposed to deal with a favorite pet and your favorite best friend with a stroke? Oh, God. I think that tore me apart even worse, or just as bad as losing Ma and Dave, let alone my human surrogate mother, Dee. All within the last 10 years. But I'm supposed to acknowledge and let it go. I'm supposed to accept and let it go. I hurt like hell when I lost little boy. I didn't grieve hard enough for him. I didn't take care enough of him. He was my pal. He was my best friend. He was always there for me. And I felt like I let him down. I felt like I let my best friend down. Pappy Interior Mix. A few others we had gotten in from a pound before we moved out here to Antelope Valley. He followed me everywhere. He got on my bed, played and terrorized with me, and I terrorized him too. Played a little rough, but just he's gonna bring something, you gotta throw it, and he comes right back and he's gonna growl at you. And he has a smile. I miss him. I miss him a hell of a lot more than I acknowledged. His last days of life were agony. And I couldn't relieve him of his pain. I didn't have the money to put him into a damn vet to say take away his pain, put him to sleep. I didn't want him to suffer. It was bad enough that decades earlier, that I also had another black and white dog. He was a runner. He played games with me. His name was Kelly. He was also a terrier mix. Scrappy dogs, very scrappy. He races up between Mom and me as we're trying to bring groceries into a house. The next thing I know, he gets hit by a car. And I'm rushing to the hospital. He's dying in my arms. By the time he's over there, he's gone. The warmth was leaving his body. I can't take death cavalier. Not these days. Not even when it comes down for a character. Not even fictional or reality. Death is final. Accepting it, I have a hard time. Acknowledging is hard enough as it is. I have one particular dog right now that I'm taking care of a great deal. She matters a great deal to me in my life. She's alive, and I'm trying to keep her as such. That's my mama's. She's what they call a Treweener. We called her mama's because the day we got her was on a Christmas Eve, and she had birth. One kid. At least several weeks later, he was adopted. But we kept her, and she was the little mama's. Shorten it up to mama's. Little girl is one thing she responds to, but mama's is also another thing. And a few other names to call her. But she's important to me as well. To me, she's the last surviving family member. A link to David and Ma. I lose her, I lose myself. I have to make sure she's alright. I have to. I can't take death cavalier. It's hard enough when I'm watching other shows and I'm getting triggered left and right because if I happen to acknowledge that particular character, I probably have developed a weird ass relationship, seeing them all the time, feeling that the continuity is still there. But then when I'm feeling that finality is there and they're taken away, they're snatched, and they're dead. They're dead. Either by the actor who portrays him or the character being written off, didn't matter. Death is death to me now. I can't even play, as I said before, a video game without crying like crazy. It's screwed up for a lot of people, I know. It doesn't make sense. But to me, it does. Because I am saying that death is. I know it's the part of the circle of life. The thing that we never like to deal with because the finality is coming up. We can acknowledge the damn thing's coming up, but accepting is another thing altogether. We think that our loved ones are on the other side, and we hope that they are, because then we can feel happy and joyful and try to self-delude ourselves half the time in the first place. But right now, this is hard to deal with. It's bad enough of dealing with a bug wire. I like to get rid of all these damn bugs. But the thing is, I hadn't been squishing these damn things. I just usually shoving them out of the damn way because I don't like squishing them. But I'll let the chemicals out. I'll let someone else have the privilege of exterminating their fucking life, or they're gonna die in traps anyway. Sometimes there's a little bit of a difference right there. I don't want the bugs here in the first place. I don't want them gone. If I can't push them out, the gas the living crap out of them. But I'll feel oogie concerning about deleting or derezzing or whatever the technical term is of getting rid of a damn character. Especially when they are a character made of zeros and ones with a backstory. Gone. You find them, you play them. How many times do you have to keep recycling them? But I can't deal with death. I'm having a hard time dealing with life as itself, as it is right now. I have a hard time trying to explain this to people. As much as I'd like to get involved with a group activity, and I like the friends I've got, damn near family level, I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to upset them in any way, shape, or form, but I can't be in that form like a long time ago. I have to pull a moleskin on my damn eyes just to deal with this shit. I'm I'm all out. I look at memories, I look at things happening right now as it is, and it hurts like hell. How am I supposed to deal with this? How am I supposed to function feeling and acting like this? I don't have the answers. I can't tell anybody what to think, what they should be doing at this point. Because I'm having a hard time trying to accept it and knowing about it myself and trying to give the advice to people about it. How do I make you feel better when I don't even know how to make my own self feel better at this point over here? I can't self delude myself at this point. Pain is there. But if there's any way of getting past it, it's either through hope, faith, love, a day by day struggle, our daily reprieve from it. What I call death and addiction, or actually obsessing over death, I don't know, maybe. We all want to live forever. We all want to live, period. But when we lose the people or the ideas in different forms and different formats that we held on to for so long, it's tearing apart. I'm tearing myself apart over this damn shit. I'm reminded in different forms of how much that person meant or that being meant to me. Sometimes I can't even see some of the pictures because they hurt like hell. And acknowledging that level of pain, acknowledging that level of agony, it's tearing me apart. But I'm supposed to be alright with it. They wonder if I'm going to be a closet case at this point over here. Because without pissing off anybody at this point over here, how do you know and how do you acknowledge that level of pain unless enough of it has been taken away from you for so long that it's no longer cavalier? It really hurts. I don't know. I don't have the answers for anything anymore. It's not like I'm going to be doing a self-destructive act at this point. I mean, I'm not forcing myself in that kind of situation where I'm going to be saying, God, that's it. I can't deal with it anymore. Take me right now. There's still a lot of things I feel like I've hadn't accomplished. Came damn close, but not. And I wanted to finish. I wanted to succeed. I want to see like I did something in my life. I know I did something with precious in my life. I was part of the people that I lost. And of the animals I was lost. I took care of my family as best I could. My pets, my friends, my surrogate family, people that I cared about. That's the thing that matters to me the most. I may have felt like I've done a lousy job. But I know I did a job. My job was to be part of their life. My job was to be part of a form and function of love of one way or another. And if I can't share that or express that or even give that away, what am I then? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, and it hurts like hell. It hurts like hell. And I'm having a hard time dealing with it. I'm having a hard time dealing with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't be what people want me to be. I'm sorry that I've hurt them so much. Maybe I'm in a bit of an egomaniac at this point. Maybe I'm saying, pity me, pity me. because I'm this way and you're not. I'm supposed to be angry about that. I'm going crazy at that. This isn't acting. This is hurt. It's wearing my heart on my sleeves. This is tears. Tears of pain. Tears of agony. Tears of grief. Of loss. Of those I poured my heart and soul into. Made my life richer because I did that for them. And they made my life even more. And when you lose them, when you lose them, how else are you supposed to be afterwards? I don't know anymore. All I know is I lost my mother, my brother, and favorite pets, friends, family of all sorts of sizes, of all ages. How else is a survivor supposed to deal with it? Acknowledging is one thing, I can't accept it. I will never accept it unless it's my time to go. And then when it is my time to go, then I'll accept it. Because then I gotta accept my own limitation, my own finality, my own passage. Then maybe during that time I will accept it all. Do I acknowledge that God is real and Jesus is real? More so. But will they ever acknowledge a schmuck like me in the first place? Will they be able to deal with a schmuck like me in the first place? Would I be welcomed in the gates of heaven at this point? And the only thing probably I'll do outside the gates of heaven, if I live, I'll sit outside the gates of heaven until eternity ends and just cry my eyeballs out. I'll be the eternal griever for everybody, for the creation, for everything. Because that's all I'm left with. Tears, grieving, pain, agony. People are looking for a way to get past this thing so they can live life. You just live life. You live life on your own terms, life's terms, whatever terms that you're comfortable with. I lost it a long time ago. Comfort. Some days, if I'm not triggered, I'm alright. Other days when I am triggered, here I am. It's alright. It's alright to be this way. It's alright for me to cry. It's alright for me to go through these waves and waves of self-doubt, of fear, of self-loathing, of feeling I'm a worthless piece of shit. Truth of the matter is I'm not. It's part of the process. It's part of the process I can look at myself in the mirror and feel it. I can feel as I'm looking at myself that I'm alright. I'm alive. I am alive. And maybe in heaven they're also alive, in a different state or form. I hope so. And when it is my time, I'm hoping maybe that I'll see my best friend again. I'll see every other pet that I lost and loved. I'll see my families coming up and smiling at me. I'll see my best friends over there. I'll see my surrogate mother and those that she loved, that knew me. Finally, I'll see my own family, my mother, my brother. I don't want to force fate at this point. I'd just rather live until it's time. I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of me. Sometimes I may not do it as well. I am right now okay. I'm brokenhearted. I feel like I'm a piece of shit right now. I'm in pieces and crying my eyeballs out. And that's as it should be because this is the process. This is the process of grieving. This is the process of feeling miserable as hell. This is the process of looking at things in life, of a lot of self examination, of looking, analyzing, figuring things out. Things aren't working and other things should be or could be. Maybe possibilities happening. I may not be getting back into fantasy role playing. That's fine. But I still want to keep in constant contact with those I cared about. I still do. Even for the ones who invited me into this thing. I wanted to tell them I still love them. I'm not ready to check out yet. I hope God's not ready for me just yet. I still want to do things here on earth. I still want to enjoy things on earth while I'm still alive. I still want to enjoy time with my dog. I want to acknowledge and understand what's going on around me. I want to feel. I want to feel. I want to talk about it. I want to continue doing these things. I want to continue to put these things out. I want to explain, to lecture, maybe to teach what's going on. I'm not an expert in any of this field. I am simply going through this and sharing my videos with people and telling what's going on. This is important. Because we're all going to have to go through this damn thing. We're all going to have to go through this, one way or another. Sometimes death will hit us, and hard before we understand it, or maybe it's going to be a long, slow-ass process. One way or another, we're going to be facing this damn thing. As intimate and as personal, as depth as it is, this is real. This is reality. I may put on blinders at this point and know that, okay, zeros and ones are zeros and ones. You change the values electronically. But to me, death is still death. And I do take it personal. I take it personal. Maybe people think I'm just losing my mind, but I don't care. I got my heart, I got my soul, I feel. God thinks I'm still a loser or a wimp, that's fine. But if he thinks I'm still a worthwhile human being, then here I am. Here I am. Anyway, I had to get this off my chest.